Attarintiki Daredi, Attarintiki Daredi transl, Which Path Leads to My Aunt's House, is a 2013 Indian Telugu-language action drama film written and directed by Trivikram Srinivas. The film stars Pawan Kalyan, Samantha Akkineni, and Pranitha Subhash in the lead roles, while Nadhiya, Boman Irani, and Brahmanandam play supporting roles. The film was produced by Devi Prasad under the banner Sri Venkateswara Cine Chitra in association with Reliance Entertainment. The soundtrack, album, and background score were composed by Devi Sri Prasad. Prasad Murella was the cinematographer. The film focuses on Gautham Nanda, a business heir who acts as a driver in his estranged and Sunanda's house to mend her strained relationship with his grandfather Raghunandan, who expelled her for marrying against his wishes years before. Attarintiki Daredi was made with a budget of 550 million. Principal photography began in January 2013 and ended in July 2013, with the film being primarily shot in and around Hyderabad. Significant portions were shot in Pollachi and Europe. The film was released on 27 September 2013 and received positive critical reception. It emerged as the highest-grossing Telugu film of all time until it was surpassed by Bahubali, the beginning 2015. The film won 4 Filmfare Awards, 6 SEMA Awards, 4 Nandi Awards, 6 Santasham Film Awards, and the B. Nagi Reddy Memorial Award. It was remade into Kannada as Rana 2015, in Bengali as Abhiman 2016, and in Tamil as Vantha Rajavathan Varov in 2019. Plot: Raghunandan is a rich but unhappy businessman based in Milan. He wishes to reconcile with his estranged daughter Sunanda, whom he expelled because she married Rajaskar against his wishes. His grandson Gautham Nanda promises Raghunandan that he will bring her back to their home on his 80th birthday. Sunanda has 3 daughters, 2 of them are Pramila and Sashi. Gautham enters the house as Siddhartha Akasidhu, a driver who was appointed by Rajaskar after saving him from a heart attack. Gautham tries to woo Pramila, but gives up when he learns that she is in love with another man. Sashi hates Gautham and is suspicious of him and Padu, his friend and a nurse who is appointed to take care of Rajaskar. Sunanda later reveals to Gautham that she is aware of his real identity much before the incidents and warns him to abstain from doing anything with the intention of taking her back to Raghunandan. To save Pramila's love, Gautham and Padu go to a village, and accidentally Sashi falls into the jeep from the balcony and attains a head injury, thus suffering from amnesia. Gautham introduces himself as her lover for the time being. Sashi believes it. The trio goes to the venue. Gautham and Padu enter the house. They and the bridegroom escape from there and reach Sunanda's home after a violent altercation with the family members of the bridegroom, where Sashi's memory is revived. The bride's father Siddhappa asks for compensation for the damage caused by Sidhu, to which Sunanda promises Sashi's marriage with Siddhappa's elder son. To avoid complications, Rajaskar fires Gautham. Gautham later learns that Sashi loved him from the beginning but was hesitant to express her feelings. He traps Badam Bhaskar, a rich NRI staying in Uganda who has a penchant for women, and enters Sunanda's home as his assistant. Bhaskar falls for Sashi, but his attempts are repeatedly thwarted by Gautham. On the day of her marriage, Sashi elopes with Gautham. While waiting with him for the train to Chennai, Siddhappa's men reach the station to stop them, only to be trashed by Gautham and his assistants, led by Balu. Through Balu, Sashi comes to know Gautham's real motive. An angry Rajaskar with Sunanda arrive to shoot Gautham, but Rajaskar is taken aback after knowing his true identity. Gautham reveals that the day Sunanda left the house, Raghunandan tried to commit suicide but accidentally killed Gautham's mother. He says that he chose to love his grandfather, though he killed his mother. Sunanda chose to hate him as he injured Rajaskar and expelled them. Sunanda and Rajaskar realize their folly and reconcile with Gautham. Sashi is kidnapped by 4 henchmen appointed by Bhaskar, where she narrates the story to the henchmen. Gautham and Padu reach the spot and Sashi reconciles with Gautham. Bhaskar's wealth is seized by the government of Uganda, and he is left with the same amount with which he ran away from Rajaskar's house when he assisted him in the past. Raghunandan reconciles with Sunanda, and Gautham has unanimously appointed as the CEO of the company thanks to Raghunandan and Sunanda's support. The film ends with the entire family dining together and Gautham holding Raghunandan's hand with affection. Cast, production, development. Trivikram Srinivas planned to direct Pawan Kalyan in a film produced by D.V.V. Danaya and narrated the script in late January 2011. However, Srinivas later began July 2012 while Kalyan was working on Gabbar Singh 2012 and cameraman Gangetho Rambabu 2012. The technical crew of Kalyan's and Srinivas's previous collaboration, Jalsa 2008, were selected to work on the film. BVSN Prasad was expected to produce Attarintiki Daredi while Kalyan was expected to allot dates in his schedule from October 2012. Srinivas gave finishing touches to the script in late September 2012 and Reliance Entertainment was confirmed to co-produce. Devi Sri Prasad was selected as the music director and the music sittings were held at Barcelona during the location scout in December 2012. Attarintiki Daredi was launched on 23 November 2012 at Venkateswara Temple in Film Nagar. The film was reported to be on the lines of Navu Naku Nachev 2001, for which Srinivas wrote the dialogues and the story. He further hinted that the script will depict the Telugu culture and traditions with a strong message. Prasad Murella handled the cinematography and few sequences were shot using a Milo robotic camera which BVSN Prasad brought in from Mumbai as it was unavailable in Hyderabad. In mid-July 2013, the title was confirmed to be Attarintiki Daredi. Casting. Kalyan opted for a complete makeover and sported a look resembling the one he sported in his previous films Kushi 2001 and Jalsa. After Srinivas narrated the script to Kalyan, he asked him who would play the role of his aunt, and Srinivas replied it would be Nadhiya. Kalyan gave his approval for Srinivas's selection, and Nadhiya was selected before she signed her comeback film in Telugu Murchai 2013. Srinivas narrated the script in a conversation with her over the telephone. After she accepted, he said that he would ask her dates after their schedules were planned. She later revealed that she was scared of being typecast but did the role only on Srinivas' insistence and added that the character's emotions were set quite well. Srinivas decided to cast Alina Dikras as the female lead who worked with him on Jalsa and July. Samantha was confirmed as the female lead in late October 2012, which marked her first collaboration with Kalyan. The second female lead was yet to be selected. By the end of December 2012, most of the films which were in the pre-production phase were confirming their female leads. Because of this, the production unit decided to begin the shoot without confirming the other heroine. Pranitha Subhash was selected as the second female lead in early January 2013 and was confirmed to play Samantha's sister. Pranitha called it a lifetime opportunity and said that she would be seen in a very sweet, girl-next-door character. Boman Irani made his debut in Telugu with Attarintiki Daredi. He played Raghunandan, the grandfather of Kalyan's character. Kota Srinivasa Rao played the role of Siddhapanadu, for which he sported a realistic and rugged look. Navika Kosha was selected for the role of the younger sister of Samantha and Pranitha in April 2013. Srinivas did not cast his regular associate Sunil in the film. Since Sunil's success of Maryada Ramana 2010 and Pula Rangodu 2012 as a lead actor, Srinivas felt that it would not be fair to make him play a comedian. Rao Ramesh Mukesh Rishi, Brahmanandam, Ali M.S. Narayana and Pasani Krishna Murali were cast in supporting roles. Mumtaj and Hamsa Nandini were confirmed to make special appearances in the song It's Time to Party, marking the former's comeback in Telugu cinema after 12 years after anchor Anasuya refused the offer. Filming BVSN Prasad stated during the film's launch that principal photography would begin in mid-December 2012. Kalyan searched for new locations in Spain as the story demanded a foreign location, and around 30 to 45 days of shooting schedule was planned there. It was the first time Kalyan went for a location hunt and returned in the last week of December 2012. Due to unknown reasons, the film's shoot was postponed to 8 January 2013 in late December 2012. Shooting finally commenced from 24 January 2013 at a private hotel in Hyderabad. The team planned a new schedule from 4 February 2013 in Pollachi, where scenes on Kalyan, Samantha, and other support cast were planned to be shot. The schedule was postponed to 15 February 2013, and Srinivas continued the shoot in Hyderabad. After shooting for a few days in Hyderabad at a private mall, the planned schedule at Pollachi began from 12 February 2013. An action sequence featuring Kalyan and other cast members was shot in late February 2013. The next schedule commenced from 1 March 2013 at a specially erected set at Ramoji Film City in Hyderabad, where scenes featuring Kalyan and the other cast members were shot. A few crucial scenes featuring the lead actors were shot there in early April 2013. Art director Ravinder supervised for the special set, which was worth 30 million, equivalent to 43 million or US $580,000. By mid-April 2013, a major portion of the film was shot there. Kalyan and the film's unit planned to leave for Spain to shoot important sequences. Scenes featuring the lead cast were shot in the end of April 2013 in a railway station set erected at Ramoji Film City. A new schedule began at Ramoji Film City from 2 May 2013. That schedule ended on 28 May 2013. Samantha informed the media that the film's speaking portions had been completed and that an overseas schedule was remaining. Filming then moved to Europe on 5 June 2013 for a long schedule in which 3 songs, a few speaking portions, and an action sequence were planned to be shot. Kalyan's introduction scene was shot in Switzerland, which cost around 20 million, equivalent to 29 million or US $380,000 in 2020. The introduction scene, which was also an action sequence, was shot on an island located in Spain using helicopters under the supervision of Peter Hain. Post-production activities were done simultaneously, and dubbing for the film's first half was completed. The team returned from Milan on 2 July 2013. The song "It's Time to Party," which primarily features Kalyan, Samantha, Pranitha, Mumtaj, and Hamsa Nandini, was choreographed by Ganesh and was shot in a pub set erected by Anand Sai at Annapurna 7 Acres Studios. Principal photography wrapped on 14 July 2013. Themes and influences. Attarintiki Daredi focuses on a young man's journey trying to convince his grandfather's estranged daughter to rejoin the family. In its review, Sci-Fi felt that the film's story was a reversal of Navu Naku Nachiv 2001 and Parugu 2008. Kalyan's character, Gautham, is shown watching a few films where the protagonist is in disguise trying to win over people who matter to him. In the film, Brahmanandam's character spoofs the Ridley Scott film Gladiator 2000 named Radiator and wins the Bhaskar Awards found by himself after being inspired from the Academy Awards. The mythological tale of Indra seducing Alia after disguising as her husband Gautama, and the curse cast by Gautama on them, is parodied in the film, with Brahmanandam playing a key role. 2 songs were parodied, one of them being a devotional song Katama Rayuda written by the poet Etlar Ramadasa and composed by Chittor V. Nagaya for the film Sumangali 1940, and the other an item number Kevu Kecker written by Sahithi and composed by Devi Sri Prasad for the film Gabbar Singh 2012. A scene from the film, popularly known as the Badam Tree episode, was based on a similar scene from the 2012 English film A Thousand Words. Music. Devi Sri Prasad composed the soundtrack album, which consists of 6 songs. Sri Mani, Ramajogayya Sastry and Prasad himself wrote the lyrics for the soundtrack album, which was marketed by Aditya Music. The album was released on 19 July 2013 in a promotional event at the Shilpakala Vedika with the film's cast and crew attending the event. The soundtrack album received positive reviews from critics. Release in late April 2013, Attarintiki Daredi was expected to release on 7 August 2013. It was then scheduled for a release on 9 August 2013 on the eve of India's Independence Day. But due to the then ongoing Telangana movement, the release was put on hold. Later BVSN, Prasad officially announced that the film would release on 9 October 2013 along with Ramaya Vastavaya 2013. But the makers were forced to reschedule the release date to 27 September 2013 after 90 minutes of the footage was leaked onto the internet. On an average, 80% of the film's tickets were sold out in all screens for the first 3 days in Hyderabad. Apart from India, the film released in United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, and Dubai. Distribution. The theatrical rights in the Nizam region were acquired by Global Cinemas in late April 2013 for a then undisclosed record price, which was revealed later as $120 million equivalent to $170 million or US $2.03 million in 2020 and early June 2013. Mithri Movies announced on 26 April 2013 that they acquired the overseas distribution and DVD rights of the film. Y. Naveen, who financed several overseas distribution firms, acquired this film's overseas rights on behalf of Mithri Movies for $70 million equivalent to $100 million or US $3 million in 2020, which, according to Sci-Fi, was a big gamble. Colors Media acquired the distribution rights in the United Kingdom from Mithri Movies in late July 2013. Lorgan Entertainments acquired the theatrical distribution rights in Australia in early August 2013. Marketing. Sai Gopal, who assisted Trivikram since Swayamvaram 1999, was in charge of the film's promotional activities. The first look poster featuring Kalyan in a red shirt and dark cargo pants was unveiled on 13 July 2013. The first look teaser of 23 seconds was released a day later. Within a day of its release, the video posted by Idle Brain Live on YouTube fetched more than 190,000 hits and around 6,200 likes. As of 16 July 2013, the teaser fetched over 300,000 million hits and about 9,000 likes, thus setting a record for any Telugu video uploaded on YouTube at that time. By the end of the next day, the teaser was viewed 706,927 times and received more than 6,000 comments. The theatrical trailer was released on 19 July 2013 to positive reviews. Ian's wrote in its trailer review, high on commercial value. The slick trailer of Attarintiki Daredi is a mix of action, comedy, romance, and drama in appropriate proportions. Trivikram hasn't compromised on anything, including special punch lines for Pawan Kalyan, which he mouths in his signature style with a hint of sarcasm. One India Entertainment wrote Attarintiki Daredi appears to be an out-and-out entertainer with an apt tagline celebration of entertainment. It is also going to be high in entertainment quotient, as some noted comedians Brahmanandam, Srinivas Reddy, Ali tickle the funny bones of the audiences. The video featuring Kalyan recording the song Katama Rayuda was released on 4 August 2013. The video received positive response, and according to a report by the Times of India, Kalyan's fans were of the opinion that the song composed by Devi Sri Prasad reminded them of the song sung by Kalyan in the film Themudu 1999. In late October 2013, the makers planned to add 2 more scenes as a promotional stunt to discourage copyright infringement. 6 minutes of footage were added to the film. This version was screened from 31 October 2013. Copyright infringement. On the night of 22 September 2013, a 90-minute piece of footage was leaked online and was widely shared. VVSN Prasad filed a complaint the following day against the copyright violation and sought cyber protection for Attarintiki Daredi. Because of this incident, the film's release was delayed to 27 September 2013. The film's female lead, Samantha, as well as other celebrities such as Siddharth, Harish Shankar, S.S. Rajamouli, Ram Gopal Varma, and Nadhiya, condemned the Unauthorized Distribution Act. However, police initially suspected that the incident might be a publicity stunt enacted by people who invested in the film. On being informed about the alleged sale of the movie in different electronic formats in the CD and mobile shops in Pedana town, Superintendent of Police J. Prabhakara Rao deployed a special team, led by Pedana Rural Circle Inspector A. Palapu Raju, to investigate the issue. The police launched a hunt for unlicensed compact discs in the CD shops across the district. CD and hard discs from video parlors and shops renting CD in the Krishna district were seized, and some of the shop owners were taken into custody for questioning. Kalyan's fans went out into the streets with signs containing slogans protesting the piracy. Subsequent to their investigation, the police arrested 5 people, in addition to production assistant Chikati Arankumar, and recovered several illegitimate copies of the film on 20 September 2013. Arankumar had worked as a production assistant for the films Usaravelli 2011 and Ongol Gita 2013, both of which were produced by BVSN Prasad. Prabhakara Rao told the media that Arankumar had given a copy of the DVD to his friend and Hyderabad-based APS constable, Kedar Ravi, who sent it to his friend, V. Sudhir Kumar, on 14 September 2013. Pedana-based videographer Poranki Shursh got the DVD from Sudhir Kumar and later gave it to Kalapalli Anil Kumar, who owns the Divi Mobiles and Cell Repair Shop in Pedana. Anil Kumar had uploaded the 2-part movie into his system and sold the 60-minute part 1 of the movie to his customers in different formats. Anil Kumar deleted the original file in his system after learning about the police raids. However, he confessed to the crime during the investigation. Based on the information given by Anil Kumar, a special team led by Makalipatnam DSP KV Srinivasa Rao, with the support of the Crime Investigation Department, Hyderabad, arrested the suspects in Hyderabad. The police filed charges on 24 September 2013 against the 5 suspects under Clauses 63, 65, and 66 of the Copyright Amendment, Bill 2010 and 429, IPC. Kalyan and Srinivas decided to return a significant portion of their remuneration to help Prasad overcome the financial crisis caused by the leak. Samantha returned her entire salary to the producers. Kalyan remained silent during the entire issue, but finally spoke at length about the episode at the thank you meet of the film on 14 October 2013. He said that this was a conspiracy and not piracy. He added that he was very well aware of the facts as to who was behind the leak of the film and will not spare anyone and will strike when the time is right. Home media reception. Critical reception. Attarintiki Daredi received positive reviews from critics according to International Business Times India, who called the film a perfect family entertainer in their review roundup. Sanjeev Dividundu of The Hindu praised the film's climax scene, while also stating that Trivikram Srinivas makes his presence felt before concluding that the film is a good dose of fun, tailored for the box office. Ch. Sushil Rao of the Times of India rated the film 4 out of 5 and wrote the movie is a worth watch. The reasons: Pawan Kalyan's comedy, fights composed by Peter Hain, Trivikram Srinivas' writing skills, Prasad Murella's cinematography, and Devi Sri Prasad's music. That there is promise in the movie is a feeling one gets right from the opening. Sci-Fi rated the film 4 out of 5 and stated, if you are looking for sheer entertainment, know that Pawan Kalyan and Trivikram have gift-packed for you with high dose of comedy. It is entertainment, entertainment, and entertainment. Pawan Kalyan's histrionics. His performances and Trivikram's handling of the simple story in an effective way is what makes it hard. Shakar of One India Entertainment rated the film 4 out of 5, calling it a must-watch film for the fans of Pawan Kalyan and Trivikram. Devi of Idle Brain rated the film 4 out of 5 and praised Srinivas' script and added that Kalyan's performance and Srinivas' storytelling skill makes sure that your heart is touched at times and heartily laugh all the time while watching the movie. India Glitz rated the film 4 out of 5 and praised Kalyan's performance in the film's climax, calling it an unseen angle before concluding that the film is a treat for the family audience. In contrast, Sridhar Vivan of Bangalore Mirror rated the film 2.5 out of 5 and criticized the film's first half and felt that the real entertainment began only after the entry of Brahmanandam's character. He too praised Kalyan's performance and the film's climax and Srinivas' direction. Radhika Rajamani of Rediff rated the film 2.5 out of 5. She praised the performances of the cast but called Attarintiki Daredi a stylish film which does not rise above being a routine family entertainer. Ian's rated the film 2.5 out of 5 and wrote, "Unfortunately, Trivikram succumbs to star pressure and turns out a highly disappointing product. At nearly 3 hours, the film makes you cringe in your seats, especially with the emotional punch it delivers in the climax." Sandeep Atrasa of Deccan Chronicle rated the film 1.5 out of 5 and felt that the film was made only for Kalyan's passionate fans and for others, this film would appear to be high on style and low on content. He called Kalyan's performance as the only silver lining. Box office. The film collected $335.2 million equivalent to, by the end of its first week, the film collected over $490 million equivalent to $710 million or US$9.04 million in 2020 at the worldwide box office. The film managed to perform well despite facing competition from Ramaya Vastavaya and collected $603.4 million equivalent to $870 million or US$12 million in 2020 in 2 weeks at the worldwide box office. Trade analyst Taran Adarsh reported that till 13 October 2013, the film collected $633.1 million equivalent to $910 million or US$12 million in 2020 at worldwide box office. The film collected $655 million equivalent to $950 million or US$13 million in 2020 in 19 days at worldwide box office. The film collected $701.8 million equivalent to $1.0 billion or US$13 million in 2020 in 24 days at the worldwide box office and became the second Telugu film to cross $700 million equivalent to $1.0 billion or US$13 million in 2020 after Magadhi. It collected $712.4 million equivalent to $1.0 billion or US$14 million in 2020 at the worldwide box office by the end of the fourth week. The film collected $733.8 million equivalent to $1.1 billion or US$14 million in 2020 at the worldwide box office in 39 days. The film collected $733.6 million equivalent to $1.1 billion or US$14 million in 2020 at the worldwide box office in 6 weeks. The film collected $739 million equivalent to $1.1 billion or US$14 million in 2020 at the worldwide box office by the end of its 7th weekend. The film became the highest-grossing Telugu film of all time, surpassing Magadhi. Attarintiki Daredi collected a worldwide share of $748.8 million equivalent to $1.1 billion or US$14 million in 2020 and grossed $1.87 billion equivalent to $2.7 billion or US$36 million in 2020 in its lifetime. However, after the 4-day run of Bahubali, the beginning 2015 and Srimanthudu 2015, it became the third highest grossing Telugu film of all time. India, Attarintiki Daredi collected 108.9 million equivalent to 160 million or US$1 million in 2020 on its first day at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions, breaking the previous opening day record set by Bacha. According to Adarsh, the film collected 107.2 million equivalent to 150 million or US$1 million in 2020 on its first day at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions. He added that the film collected the highest collections, amounting to 32.8 million equivalent to 47 million or US$630,000 in 2020 from Nizam region followed. According to Adarsh, the film collected 54.7 million equivalent to 79 million or US$1 million in 2020 at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions. The film collected 227.1 million equivalent to 330 million or US$4.04 million in 2020 at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions, 30 million equivalent to 43 million or US$580,000 in 2020 together in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, and the film collected 37.3 million equivalent to 54 million or US$720,000 in 2020, taking its four-day total in the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions to 259.3 million equivalent to 370 million or US$5 million in 2020, thereby over. By the end of its first week, the film collected 350.5 million equivalent to 510 million or US$6.07 million in 2020 at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions, and 50 million equivalent to 72 million or US$960,000 in 2020 from other states. The film grossed 10.8 million equivalent to 16 million or US$210,000 in 2020 in its first weekend, and 14.5 million equivalent to 21 million or US$280,000 in 2020 in its first week, with a net collection of 10.5 million equivalent to. The film earned 25 million equivalent to 36 million or US$480,000 in 2020 in its first weekend, and 41.1 million equivalent to 59 million or US$790,000 in 2020 net in its first week at Karnataka, and also created an all-time record. Adarsh reported that the Attarintiki Daredi earned 15.8 million equivalent to 23 million or US$300,000 in 2020 in Mumbai and Kerala. The collections dropped as a result of protests in Simandra over the bifurcation of the state of Andhra Pradesh, including in key areas like Nizam and Seeded. Adarsh reported that till 13 October 2013, the film collected 473.5 million equivalent to 680 million or US$9.01 million in 2020 at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions. The film collected over 13 million equivalent to 19 million or US$250,000 in 2020 on its 19th day, making its total in the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions cross the 500 million equivalent to 720 million or US$9.06 million in 2020 mark. It stood in the third spot in the list of top 10 highest grossing share Telugu films in the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions, preceded by Magadhira and Gabbar Singh. The film crossed the 200 million equivalent to 290 million or US$3.08 million in 2020 mark in the Nizam region, and 90 million equivalent to 130 million or US$7 million in 2020 in the Seeded region in 20 days. The film collected 9.5 million equivalent to 14 million or US$180,000 in 2020 on its 24th day, taking its total in the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions to 546 million equivalent to 790 million or US$10 million in 2020, thereby Gabbar Singh had collected 508.5 million, equivalent to 730 million or US$9.08 million in 2020 in the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions in its lifetime. The film completed its 25-day run on 21 October 2013. The film collected 550 million, equivalent to 790 million or US$11 million in 2020 at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions, 52.2 million, equivalent to 75 million or US$1 million in 2020 at Karnataka, and 15 million, equivalent to 22 million. The film crossed 230 million, equivalent to 330 million or US$4.04 million in 2020 in the Nizam region in its fifth weekend. The film collected 577.3 million, equivalent to 830 million or US$11 million in 2020 at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions in 39 days. The film collected 580.1 million, equivalent to 840 million or US$11 million in 2020 at the Andhra Pradesh and Nizam regions in 6 weeks. The film completed a 50-day run in around 170 theaters on 15 November 2013. The film completed a 100-day run in 32 theaters on 4 January 2014. On the 100th day of its theatrical run, Attarintiki Daredi was screened in 4 centers in Nizam, 11 in Seeded, 1 in Vishakhapatnam, 4 each in Krishna and Guntur, 6 and 2 centers in East and West Godavari respectively. Overseas awards and nominations. It won 4 61st Filmfare Awards South, 6 3rd South Indian International Movie Awards, 6 Santasham Film Awards, 4 Nandi Awards. Remakes, remakes, smakes, 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 smakes. The film was remade into Kannada as Rana in 2015, directed by Nanda Kishore. It was also remade in Bengali as Abhiman, directed by Raj Chakraborty. Sundar C. directed the Tamil remake Vantha Raj of Vanvaruvan, which was released in 2019.